Hello, Warriors. Thanksgiving week. Who are you thankful for and what are you giving? Hey, hi, Ryan, Blake, Mike.
I'm thankful for you, and I'm going to be giving money to my college kid who's home and he needs spending money. So
Oh, okay, that's
that's what
safe.
that's what I'm giving this Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you're a good dad. You're a mark. You're a mark for you. Well, you know what? Parents teach kids about unconditional love, and kids teach their parents about conditional love. Have you ever experienced that? Buddy?
Yeah. Yes.
It's really ironic, isn't it?
It
Anyway,
is.
all right, great to hear your voice, buddy. Bran, how are you? John, you're thankful for air. Okay, that's good. Hi, Tim, Glenn. All right, so we can have a relief week this week with maybe the dollar giving back, maybe a retrace in S&Ps. That looks like a possibility. I have a hard time really wanting to do a lot in these shortened weeks, but I can't help myself. So what can I say? Let's take a look at, first of all, let's start off with Euro. To me, it looks like it's trying to come out of here for some type of rally. Here we are at this 15 and a half level again, not much of a breakdown from 15 and a half. So maybe they're going to squeeze them. So, I kind of have a double, like two potential scenarios where this will just be short-lived and then we go down. It's the same in S&Ps, or we get, something bigger, up towards 117. It's kind of the same in the S&Ps that, we have couple of levels. If do fibs, this was 400. I think that's going to be about halfway back. No, 38% back to test the underside of the broken uptrend. And then if you get through there, you could head up to 760 or so. I'm not sure how much oomph is in there. What looks pretty good is how the bonds held this breakout right to the pip on that line and heading up. So that looks okay. Um, Gold, it looks like everything wants to rally. Gold, I think, could rally. Silver could rally. Dollar could come off. But that's, just what I think. And I'm the host of F.A.C.E. So let's get to the experts. And we have a couple from overseas. And start off with Ryan. How are you, buddy?
Good morning, sir. How are you? Good weekend?
Yeah, great. A lot, good football games. I had a buddy of mine over here from Arizona, so it's fun to
Nice.
watch games with him. And anyway,
Dale, I wasn't there this weekend.
well, I'm waiting for you. You're welcome anytime, anytime, man. So, what do you think? We get some kind of pop out of here, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, we're walking in a bit of a tight range, aren't we? 115, 114, 19 up to this 115, 50s area.
Yeah.
So if we get a move out the range, it should see a little extension. It's looking like a top side break at the moment. So we could get push up towards 116 maybe. I don't think it's in a rush to go anywhere fast.
Okay.
Yeah, bit of positivity, European positivity
Yeah.
over this Ukraine stuff if it comes to pass. And then we'll see what we do after that.
Oh, so why don't you update us on that? The last I was paying attention to it, it was unacceptable from Zelensky and the European
Yeah.
partners. So did they make some changes to it, like the Ukrainians could still have oxygen?
It's being batted around, shall we say. We had the US
Uh,
plan, then we had the European amendments, Ukraine amendments to the plan, what they want.
yeah,
Zelensky is running around like a blue-ass fly speaking to this, that, and the other. He's just put a
yeah,
tweet out now saying that he's going to take everything back home. All his delegates are coming back home. They're going to discuss it and then decide what they want to do with it. So, I mean,
okay,
this came pretty quickly towards the latter part of last week.
yeah,
And you know, we're probably as close as we have been to getting a resolution in this thing than we've been for years. So, you know, let's keep our fingers crossed that we do get rockets and bombs stop being thrown at each other. And then the market will obviously decide how good a deal it is after that, and what happens next.
Yeah, it's good. I would think the market would celebrate it at least for a day.
Yeah, exactly. In the
Right.
short term, I think there's cause for celebration. Call it European risk on, if you like.
Yeah.
Probably see certain indices rallying. There might be a bit of rotation out of defence stocks. You know, a bit of profit taking there.
Right.
But I think for the longer term, the danger won't go away. Russia's still up to fun and games. Europe's still committed to defence spending. Everyone's going to need to build up stocks of arms and whatever, everything they've been giving Ukraine. There's also the money situation to be sorted out. You know, Ukraine's had billions and billions and billions. So yeah, it's not. If we get a peace deal, it's not thank you very much, wipe your hands and move on to something else. There's going to be things going on for much longer.
Okay. Could see that. Where are you at on Canada, Ryan? Because we just missed taking out this high last week.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to do it? I mean, you know, if we have some type of recovery in the market, you would think CAD could come off. And also, I kind of like the way crude looks. I'm taking a stab at it today. Bought it like at 780. It feels like it wants to come out. I think there's some OPEC news coming in here, but let's stick with Canada. What are you doing there? Anything?
Yeah, well, actually, you know, oil and the Canadian dollar could be one of the movers if we get a confirmed peace deal. It might be just one of the knee-jerk movers. Oil will probably come down. Sorry to say that against your Lonsdale, but
that's okay. I could be gone. I pull a buck out of it. I take half and then I go BE. So, you know, I mean, it's okay.
You protect yourself.
Fade me at your own peril. Anyway,
but yeah, if that happens, then dollar CAD's probably going to have a look at those highs, if not take them out in those 140, 140s, just on the knee jerk, I would say. But it's hanging in there. It's it's still holding that bounce from the 139 70s. So yeah, it looks like it wants to have a go at the highs, whatever happens. And I'm still long from down below. So we'll wait and see. Let the price be thy guide.
Okay. Like it. Appreciate it too. So let's go to Mr. Yen.
Morning.
You see, you know your new name. Mr. Yen, how are you today?
Good morning, Dale. Morning, everybody. Afternoon to the others who were already with us on the Flow Show.
Okay, yeah, welcome, guys, marathon people. So US dollar yen, new highs coming, or ABC maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, well, new. If you mean the new 162, maybe a little early to call. But yeah, look back into the 158s. Let's not forget that yen last week traded a little with risk off. So now it's more risk on. That won't do the yen too much good. But yeah, it's a grind higher again. But we're still in that same scenario: 1 or 2 days of yen strength, and then we'll have to see if it continues. Yes, we're getting closer to a rate hike, but then, as I was saying on the Flow Show, what about that spat between the new Japanese Prime Minister and China? Maybe that's going to throw a spanner in the yen works as well. It's been relatively quiet on the intervention rhetoric over the weekend. Actually, the Japan was closed today, but we know that the politicians or the MOF, they're always looking at everything. So yeah, that threat hasn't gone away. Rate hikes possible, but you're still looking at 3 weeks from now the rate decision. So yeah, there's still a lot of yen can flow through the Tokyo Bay. Yeah, I'm still of the same opinion. Without interventions, whether they hike or not, hiking maybe can stop things a little bit, but unless the rest of the world falls apart around it, to me, it's only interventions that going to stop the train.
Okay, appreciate it. Metals getting a nice little bounce. It
Yeah,
looks like they could go for a while here.
I
Come out of
can't get
here.
I
Yeah,
can't get that gold under 4,000 to know what's going on there.
right.
Yeah, it's in a bit of a range, and as you can see, the ranges have started to narrow over the past
Yeah,
week and a half. Uh, would be intuitive to say that if there is a peace deal in Ukraine, maybe it could come a little bit lower as a first reaction, risk on. But then there's still enough going on. In the rest of the world, and we are not done yet with Ukraine. I think Trump's deadline is fantasy on Thursday.
yeah.
He would have liked a Thanksgiving peace deal, but I don't think by Thursday we're going to be there. Um, so yeah,
There it is. There's a triangle. So
exactly
yeah,
that. That's the triangle, and maybe we are going to see the pointy end of it by Thanksgiving or so. And on silver. Lower highs, lower lows, and yet we continue to bounce up to 50, right? And that's
yeah,
also telling me that maybe the buyers are not completely done.
yeah.
It's a tough call. We can trade 49 or 51 on a flash in silver. So I don't really want to pronounce myself on it, but I just note that even if the picture would look for one that says, "Oh, maybe we can go a bit lower," um, that price action isn't telling me that we are going to go down to 40 or 40 or 40 anytime soon. Not right now, I would say.
Now you get a pullback in the dollar, pop in metals, pop in the market.
Yeah,
When you think about it, isn't it still all one market, just a matter of
yeah,
degrees?
absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely. And the proof of that is if you look at euro dollar, because now we're talking about euro dollar, oh, you can go above 115.5, but we're still in that range, right? I
yeah,
mean, we're still in that range. And look at the bond market, look at the 2 year,
yeah,
look at the 10 year. You're not going further than 10 BPs away from where you start the day. I mean, those are not big moves, right?
yeah.
So I mean, the majors are a hard trade for me, and it's still one market. Inside that, you have different sensibilities to what risk is doing, and that is maybe the more interesting trade right now.
The risk, yeah. So, we have a nice 400 point range, right? 520, 920, broke the trend. I really don't see new highs coming. I think this is going to be a rally to sell.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, you know, if the market holds together into the Fed, I think it'll be a buy the rumor, sell the fact on a Fed cut. But
Well,
that's like a week and a half away.
Yeah,
So a
you
lot could
know,
happen.
the problem is that the Fed won't see the data. They won't see CPI. They won't see the next jobs report, which
Yeah, I know.
they're all crying for, us
Right.
included. So what kind of decision can they make? That's the
Well,
point.
I heard a good commentary from Peter Bookvar, who is a regular here, who said that speech by the New York governor, I forgot his last name.
Williams.
Okay, that speech would not have gone out
Yeah,
without kind of like the a look of approval
yeah.
From
That
Powell.
yeah, that's what being said in markets. Usually Williams leans very close to what the decision could be. So in which case it should be a cut. But the votes could be something like 7-5.
Yeah,
Very, very tight, very tight.
yeah, everything's divided, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, there's no majority opinion in anything in the US. I don't know about the UK, but it's like that. So I may try it here,
Mm.
do something, Nvidia looked like it was going to break down. It's going to be a little higher today. Why don't we talk about this too? I know it doesn't look good, but there's no reason to think it's an important bottom. But how about some type of bear market rally back to 92 or I
I'll
mean, all you hear 100.
I'll gladly pass the baton to Blake for that one. I'm not
What
ready.
what do you think, Blake? I mean, you feel the kind of the a little bit of a panic in the crypto world,
Yeah,
and the people are scared.
I
So
think they are very scared, and that
yeah,
rightfully so. I mean,
yeah,
you look at Ethereum, Ethereum's off 40 some odd percent from its recent highs
yeah,
and setting up major resistance. Bitcoin threatening, and it looks like a bear flag. I mean, just you can just
yeah,
look at your chart and just say it that is a bear flag pattern.
yeah,
And bounces have been very minor. If you're trying to buy the dip, you're probably crapping your pants. And if you
yeah,
own a lot of crypto right now, you're probably late in the game. You're
yeah,
institution, you're late in the game, you're not a hodler, and you're looking
yeah.
at price action over the last couple months saying, why has this quote unquote risk asset not gone up with
The
stocks. And,
market,
and
yeah,
yeah,
great point.
you could make the same argument for the Kiwi, the Aussie,
Yeah,
the Canadian,
yeah,
Norway. I mean, if Bitcoin is a commodity currency, it acts like shit. So does all the other commodity currencies out there. It's just it looks really heavy. And so you've got to be sitting there going, why do I own this? And I think and we had this conversation last week with
yeah,
with a lot of our traders on the Morning Edge and Daily Roundup. And I think you got a lot of people that got into the I'm buying Bitcoin because it's another form of gold,
yeah,
camp. And
right,
right now they're like, I'd rather hold my gold, as archaic as it is, or my silver, and
yeah,
sell my fictitious, digital capital. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So
yeah,
I think you're seeing, precious metals really diverge away from crypto because people are looking at crypto saying, again, it's late adopters. I mean, if you're an
yeah,
institution and you picked up crypto over the last couple of years and kind of incorporated it in your portfolio, you're like, I didn't have any crypto, but over the last, 2024, 2025, you maybe allocated 2-3% of your portfolio into crypto. You're probably looking around going, I don't want to own this anymore, you know?
okay. You
So
and I were talking about Aussie too, and the 420 level. That's a weekly moving average, Blake. I think you have to sell any rally in Aussie. I think breakdown under 64.20 is, just not a matter of if, but when. Um,
hey, let's see my week ahead video. It's one of my setups. Yeah, you break 64.15 and we're gonna see 62 cents, 63 cents, I think. And I'm short Aussies right now, and I plan on adding to that short. I
where up
think it
around 65?
no around here. I'm
Okay.
short around here. Yeah. I don't
Okay.
mind holding it. It's yeah. So anyway,
Okay.
but yeah, I think going back to crypto, I think it looks really horrible. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, every dog has its day. So,
They do. I mean, hey, and when if you're a crypto person and you think cycles, I mean, we're at the end of the what is it a 3 year or 4 year? Some of you guys, crypto
having,
guys, will probably know a little bit better, but
yeah,
we're at the
Gregor
tail
showed
end
it.
of that cycle. So, it's probably due for a bit of a pullback. The question is, can they hold the 75,000 level? And that's going to be the real
Yeah.
test, I think, for cryptos is that 75,000 level. And if that breaks, I mean, how many stops are below there? I actually want to buy crypto on a dip. If we break 75,000 in Bitcoin, I'm a buyer. Not
Okay.
at 75,000. I'm buying it like at, I think I'm going to
50.
bid above Kman's bid at $30. I think I'm going to come in around 10 grand or so, but somewhere around there.
I'm a buyer at 40.
You're a buyer at $40. You're gonna get in front of Kman
40,000.
is Oh,
I mean,
40,000. Yeah.
yeah,
You know,
40,000.
I don't mean to scare people, I'm joking when I say 10,000 or whatever. I know there's a lot of crypto holders in here. I do think that there could be a serious washout though. I mean, you look at the 50,000, or excuse me, I'm sorry,
Oh yeah,
the 75,000
75.
level. Yeah,
Yeah,
if we get through that, I mean, I think somewhere between the 60 and 40,000 level is
yeah,
not un it's not it's
yeah.
doable, and I
It
would be
is.
a buyer somewhere down there, you know, depending on
Yeah,
what's happening at the time.
yeah. I've seen counts that take it down there sometime next year. The
Yeah, I
bearish
mean,
counts. The bullish counts want to buy it here, looking for new highs, but I don't know. I can't do it.
well,
So
yeah, I mean, I can't really either, especially that, you know, we're breaking some, you know, this is a non-logarithmic chart too, and you can see we've broken some pretty key levels of support. It does feel like to me we're going to wash out eventually in crypto. So, and I would be worried if I owned any crypto assets. I'd be more worried if I owned meme stock or meme coins, you know, like
yeah,
the Doge coins of the world or whatever. I mean, you look at these and they just look like hell. I mean, you know, Doge looks like it's going right back to below 10 cents, you know.
yeah. How about
Uh,
Farcoin?
I see one of the better ones is XRPD. This is this is actually looks, you know,
Ripple?
XR. Yeah, it's holding up very well, but then you
Yeah,
take, you know, you take you know, I now just associate Ethereum with Tom Lee owning it up here, you know. You know, it
yeah.
Ethereum looks like it's going to trade right back down towards $1,000, and that would be, you know, pretty heartbreaking for a lot of crypto people. So.
Hey guys, Blake was top four finisher in that Gelder thing.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I mean that's great trading, and he didn't leverage up like the guys who came in ahead of him as heavily. So really, nice
Thanks.
performance, man.
Thanks. You know, it's good. The Gelber Group, if you guys remember, we had let's see, we had Tommy Peltier and Dave from the Gelber Group, you know, join us talking about the breakout competition a couple months ago, and I joined just to compete. So I ended up, you know, being fourth. And Brian Gelber's, you know, you guys know him from the Market Wizards. You know, he's the
Yeah.
founder there. Um, I ended up being fourth. I was only trading. I wasn't trading FX. I was trading futures, and these. There's only U.S. based traders, but they picked 60 traders, all, you know, that had put in their P&Ls. You know, they submitted their P&Ls, and they got hand selected by Gelber, and I traded against them, and yeah, I ended up getting fourth. You know, I was telling some of the guys in the chat room just a little while ago. I just do what I normally do. I have too many other job duties to really, you know, focus on, you know, trying to beat everybody at a competition. So I just kind of do what I normally do, and try to provide just consistent results. A lot of guys are swinging for the fences, obviously, because they want to win the competition money. So it's not a proper way to win a competition, but, you know, shows some consistency. I think I was in the top 10 for like the last month, and just stayed, you know, inching my way up just out of consistency. So
All right. Well, really nice job. I
thank
mean,
you.
and
Thanks.
you've passed all the assessment stuff earlier when we were just starting with funding people. So it's not bullshit what Blake does and talks about here during the day. All right.
Thank you, Dale. You know, so let me talk a little bit about that really quick. And I just want to talk about this because it's important. If you are in the trader funding program where you're trying to do it and you're trying to pass an assessment, the way I explain it to people is, and I meet with everybody one-on-one if you're new to taking an assessment. I try to explain to people I was basically in an assessment every quarter, a brand new one. Because every quarter is when you get paid. So when you get paid every quarter, you have to start back off at zero. And I did, and I prop traded for, you know, over 4 years. And so every every quarter, it was like I was doing a brand new assessment. And so what I do is I teach people how I make money every quarter. And it's just like passing an assessment. You have to start a certain way and you have to have the certain mindset, like you're starting off at zero. How do you go from zero to 250,000? How do you make, 100 grand or 200 grand or 300 grand from zero? And so what I do is I teach people how to do that, because that's the way you have to do it when you're doing an assessment. Now, if you go into just a live funded account, it's a different ball game. You're just trying to make profits, period, end of story. But yeah, when you trade for these big prop firms like the Gelber Group, or if you're doing prop trading like what we offer at the Trader Funding Program, there is a certain methodology, I think, and it doesn't mean what I do is correct, but I know what works, because that's how, I spent 4 years trading, 4.5 years trading for a firm is a certain methodology to it. And so anyway, that's what I try to illustrate in when I meet with you guys one-on-one in the Trader Funding Program. Remember, we actually have and thanks, Dale, we have actually a discount, 30% off. Anybody who's taking a Trader Funding Program, one-step assessment or instant funding, the discount code is thanks 2025, and that is good until December 2nd. So just FYI.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Blake? I don't think people get to talk to someone like you and any of our competitors that take the time to
Oh, hell no.
individually set people up and teach.
No,
at the
hell
same
no.
time.
You don't,
Yeah.
you could go anywhere else and you're not going to get a one-on-one session with somebody. They don't care.
Yeah.
So
That's
we care about our traders. So I want to meet
Yeah.
with you guys one-on-one and kind of tell you what to expect, and, show you guys around the Forex Analytics system, and, show you our chat room, so you can be in our chat room and have conversations with us and kind of know what to expect. I mean, that's, we're pulling for you, because we want you to do well. Anyway, I'm sorry, I got off on a tangent. Let's go back to Ryan really quick. Ryan, today, what are you looking at today? I mean, Sterling's actually caught a bid. I mean, I know the budget's coming out in a couple of days. So what do we do here?
Yeah, I think we're going to see a bit of treading water ahead of Wednesday's budget. We've had all the sort of latest rumours and gossip and everything out over the weekend. So now it's a question of what the market does with it. Does it like it? Is she going to get the fiscal headroom she wants and fix the finances? Is all that achievable? It's certainly not going to be any boost to growth anytime soon. So past the budget, the market will look at what's coming next. But yeah, it's all down to Wednesday now. What's going to happen and what the market's going to do with it.
Do you think we might get a little wobbly between now and then? I mean, we're catching a bid right now, but it's like, is it just going to be kind of chop suey? Do you think?
Yeah, I think it's just what's happening in the dollar in terms of cable. Euro sterling still in a pretty tight range, 50, 60 pip range, as it's been for a while. I think it will remain pretty calm. But that in turn means that we are likely to get a big move. If the market likes it and we see yields coming down, gilt yields coming down, then the quid's probably going to shoot up a bit.
Okay. All right.
Conversely, if it hates it, we're going to see those yields shoot up and the pound's in for a bit of trouble, and euro sterling's probably going up through 89.
Yeah, this is all. These are big. I don't know where I drew those from a couple weeks ago or whatever, but we're still in the danger zone, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. No, absolutely. We had a little gap up there, which came when she did a 180 on raising income tax. But even with the news since, we haven't even come close to getting back down to that sort of 440 level, 439s. So yeah, the market isn't ready to give her a green tick of progress, shall we say?
Got it. All right. Well, thank you, Kman. What are you looking at this week? What's on your radar?
Wednesday is the day. Australian CPI, RBNZ, UK budget, and there's probably going to be a lot of other comments, etc. out. it's going to be a day a day that moves, and we are trading value date end of the month, which with Thanksgiving right after and half of the states off on Friday could be the day for doing a bit of month and stuff. So
Crap,
I
that
think
yeah.
Wednesday
Now
is going to be the day.
putting it all together, I mean, the last day of the month is going to be on Monday. So,
Huh?
value date would be, yeah,
No.
Tuesday, Wednesday. You start seeing the corporate month end.
Well, Wednesday, yeah. Wednesday
Yeah,
is Wednesday is yeah, Wednesday is the value date month. Oh no, it's Tuesday.
it's Tuesday, right? I thought it was Tuesday, but
Because yeah, because you guys are closed on Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Could be today, could be tomorrow and on Wednesday then.
shit. So, I mean, it's going to be a very, very busy couple of days. And then who wants, I mean, look, I live here in the United States, and obviously I'm going to be spending time with my family. I got my youngest in from college, and he's home, and I don't want to deal with the markets, nor does anybody else. So you're going to see a lot of liquidity issues probably Tuesday, Wednesday, I would assume, ahead of Thursday's holiday. We will be broadcasting on Friday. We're not going to be broadcasting on Thursday, because Dale will be eating turkey, and so will I. So
Swanson's.
Swanson's. I'm just going to Boston Market, buddy. I mean, that's just
Okay.
easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but no, jokes aside, we won't be broadcasting on Thursday. We will be back on Friday. Now, Ryan came in. You guys going to do the flow show on Thursday?
Of course, we're not slacking like you lot with your
Oh,
practice
okay,
record.
okay, yeah. Well, you're not going to celebrate our early Christmas celebration that we do here in the United States?
I make no promises where we'll be Thursday afternoon.
Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, I know Dale, you do have your guests here. We are going to have a very, very busy week as these guys are talking tomorrow. Do we really have PPI tomorrow?
I think so. It's on the calendar.
It's
They
it's
keep
on the
just dropping it when they
calendar.
like.
If it's on the calendar for tomorrow, and I see it on multiple calendars, so we're gonna have producer prices tomorrow. So make sure you guys are here. We're gonna have ADP, their new weekly number. I don't know if that's gonna move the market. We are gonna have some data coming out tomorrow. So today, kind of a wobbly day. Tomorrow and Wednesday are gonna be big days here on the Face Show. So make sure that you guys and gals are joining us. Dale, I'm going to let you take back over
Well,
for
I'm
your
I'm
interview.
you know I'm Forex guest hunter, and I've tried to find Tommy. I haven't
Oh,
been able to find him yet.
Tommy, if you're
So
here,
yeah, Tommy, raise your hand if you're here.
I don't see him.
Yeah, I've sent
Yeah.
him a DM.
Okay.
So
All right.
holiday weeks, who knows?
Right. Some
Um,
people are like, "Oh crap! I had to. I can take back over the screen." Just in the very meantime, while you're looking for him, in the meantime, let me go back to Ryan really quick. Hey Ryan, so I know you guys have been. I was listening to the Flow show this morning, and you were talking about the Ukraine stuff. We've obviously gotten some more headlines, and you were just mentioning it with Dale. I'm looking at this Euro Swiss, man. It did a false breakdown. I remember Kman was, getting on the long side down here around 92 cents after the little false breakdown. But couldn't we get a squeeze in some of these Swiss pairs?
Yeah, it's possible. That 93.30 area has been a tough nut, as you can see.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the top when I was logging it from that dip. But it's, yeah, I think if we break in there and it comes in with a trend line, then yeah, we should be pushing higher. Whether it's got the legs to go massively higher, maybe we get a look up to the sort of top end of the range at 94's area. That might be possible. And then we'll see what happens after that.
Mark in our chat room, he was asking me, where is it? Oh, yeah. Mark was asking me. He goes, precious metals, would they be down? And my answer was, I don't think so. And again, this is in the Forex Analytics chat room, guys. This is where Mark was asking me a question, as one of our long time listeners, or Forex Analytics traders, asking about precious metals, and my answer was, I don't think precious metals are up where they're at because of Ukraine and Russia. I believe they're up because of what's happening with our fiscal situation in the U.S. and everywhere else. Do you have any other opinions more than that as far as precious metals go?
Yeah, well, I think there's some premium in there from the
You
war, but
do?
it's been going on for so long that that effect has probably washed out. But it'll be interesting to see if we do get a dip on an announcement, then you know that there is still some pricing in there. But again, what happens after that? Does that mean we're going all the way back down to 2,500 or something like that? I don't think so.
Yeah. All right. Well, Kman, what do you think about that? I'm just again buying time in case Tommy shows up.
Yeah, as I said before, I think we could see a little bit of a dip if there is anything announced, but depends on how long it lasts. There's other factors at play. Still a lot of uncertainty, and yeah, there's enough uncertainty in the markets to continue this thing. And I think the very long terms are right. I think this is not done. We could. I was actually saying end of last week as well, since the we can't get below 4,000, even let alone 38 and a half, 3,900. I wouldn't be surprised if we close. I'm not going to say an all-time high, but if we close the year on a reasonable high, close to the all-time highs.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't disagree. Dale, any luck?
I don't
No,
see.
I don't
Okay.
see Tommy. I've left him,
Yeah.
I left him a DM on X.
It
So
happens. It
that's where
happens.
we communicate. So
All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and wrap things up. And I'm sure you'll just contact him or reschedule him. We'll have Tommy Thornton back on here. He is hedge fund.
yeah, I'm gonna. No, I was thinking of for Thanksgiving ghosting him for this.
There, there you go. There you go.
Oh, that's Halloween, Blake. That's the wrong
Yes,
holiday.
or
Anyway.
maybe April Fools too.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, give yourself a early Christmas gift. And if you're serious about trading and you're trading with limited capital and you have the chance of Blake mentoring you to get started, and then the advantage of being in ForexAnalytix with Kman and Ryan and Greg Opos and all the great traders that have been making a living doing this. You want to be around people that are making a living doing this. And most of the guys in the chat room aren't shutting down their laptop and going to Walmart to stack boxes. Okay. So surround yourself with people that are better or more advanced than you, and you'll rise to their level. Just like if you hung around with people that were always getting blown out, that would happen to you as most likely as well. So good time to get started. I don't think December is going to be real quiet, and you'll have an edge going into January because you'll be acclimated by then. And you know what? That's not a recommendation, that's an order. All right? I'm kidding. Do what you want to do and have a great day, and think about what's going on this week and all that you can be thankful and grateful for.
Well, I'm
And
thankful for you, Coach, and everybody,
yeah,
all of the Forex Analytics team, and
yeah,
everybody that listens to our show every week and every day, and we
yeah,
appreciate all of you guys. I'm very thankful that you're here.
yeah. We got the real thing happening. So I'm grateful for that too. And getting to meet people like Ryan and Kman, new people that I never would have met without ForexAnalytix being the magnet. So that's it, everyone. Don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Have a good day. Don't press, don't over leverage on a thin holiday week. And see you guys tomorrow. See you, team. Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Dale.
Cheers.
Amen. Thanks,
Cheers.
Blake. I'll
Thank you, Coach.
see you guys later on or tomorrow. Adios.